Hey there, everyone. I wanted to say hello really quickly and let you know I'm back going to do a quick color tutorial called Stay Cozy. And I'm trying to get the lighting in here. It'll be a little less lopsided. It's always a challenge when I have to keep drawing the curtains with the sun and then the sun sets. But this is a nice neutral look with colors called biscotti, cashmere, haze, and hot fudge. I'll be using a blush called Hint of Pink. So these are the eyeshadows, and this is the blusher. So very neutral. I'll be finishing with the liquid lip. You know, guys, I love this liquid lipstick. I'm not going to use the lip oil, just the color. This is Rose. And just for fun, I'm going to use both a liquid waterproof eyeliner and a little hint of silver. I think even though it's more of a warm tones, I think it'll look nice with silver. It's just me being a little experimental, to brighten the eye area. So we're going to start. I've already put the base face on. I'm going to lose the glasses. And I'm going to, probably should minimize this, but yeah. I guess that's as good as it's going to get. I just have to remember where my camera is and where I'm looking. Yeah, we'll do it this way. So take a good look at the before. I'm going to move the mirror in the way so I might not see comments, so I can kind of keep my eyes, aimed forward. I always start with my all over color brush, and I will be using that with the lightest color biscotti on my brow bone as a highlighting color. And I think I am going to crank up the light so I can see what I'm doing. I don't normally work with this brighter light. You'll see better when I turn this down. But this is just so I can see what I am doing. I've already put on eye primer. I've already put on under eye corrector. I've already put on foundation primer and CC cream. I didn't go heavy on the facial prep. I just wanted to get this stuff on. I'm going to flip the brush the other way to get the cashmere haze on the lower lid. This is the pattern I like to follow. There are other ways to apply color if you have a hooded lid, or if you have, in my case, deep set eyes. If you don't have deep set eyes, you might do it a little differently. I like to bring the color up a little bit and into the crease, and then go over it later with the crease brush with the third color. I also like to make sure the lightest color goes all the way into the corner to brighten my eye area. So with the crease brush, I'm going to take hot fudge, only on the edge of the brush, with the long point pointing towards the corner, outside corner, and I'm going to bring it up, and you notice it gets a little narrower as I get into my crease. And I will blend it later with the smudger and or blending brush, depending on what part of the eye I'm working on. I tend to use the smudger on the lash line area mostly, but that's just me. I want to have kind of a soft finish. So I'll be going over my lash line area with the hot fudge, just a little, underneath and above. If I really wanted to, I could use the eyeliner brush on its thin edge and do that in lieu of eyeliner, but I find I like the waterproof. And this is going to give me that kind of, that sideways V plus. So it's going on either side of the eye line, and then it's also in the crease. I will blend this, don't worry, it just takes a minute. So I'm going to blend light to dark to soften up. I may go back in a minute with the smudger and fill back in. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like a distinctively dark line just cutting through my eye area. I'm right-handed, so one eye always looks a little better than the other. You know how that happens. It's a handedness thing. It's nothing personal. It's not like I don't like one eye better than the other. So I'm kind of filling in that corner a little with that hot fudge. Again, just a little color. I don't want to go crazy here. It's meant to be a nice, easy look, good for day and night. Yeah, I keep touching my eye, and therefore I'm setting the color into my eye. Probably not what I want to be doing. But you can always take a foundation brush if you ever find you've messed up, and use that like an eraser. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the liquid foundation brush, or you could use, in my case, a liquid brush that I use for the concealer. If you've ever screwed up, and since there's a little concealer still on it, I can kind of go back through and erase with under eye corrector. That's basically what I'm doing here. So that is a little trick or tip that you may want to apply in your own case. Also, if you have any makeup fallout, I usually use the foundation brush to get rid of it before applying a finishing spray. So now I am going to do cheek color, hint of finishing spray, and the liner. I've been trying to keep these, pardon me as I drop brushes everywhere. Ugh. Even though I'm using a brush caddy, I still manage to drop brushes everywhere because the caddy is holding some of my brushes, but it's not holding all of them. I was putting them away to get them off the tabletop so they didn't roll. And what do? They fell out of the bag I was putting them in. So again, blush I like to do from about here, which is kind of like between the eye and the ear, just below the temple, down to the nose, about 2 finger widths away. I don't want to get down into the mouth area. And I kind of go back and forth, but I finish with a downward stroke, so it's not this puffing up of the little peach fuzz on my face, which it will happen. I've got peach fuzz. It is going to happen. And this is a lighter color than I'm used to, but that's because I'm doing a very bold eye, and then I'm going to be putting a bright color on my lip. And I wanted to avoid coming across as being like heavily done up. That is not the idea of the look. The idea is it's cozy, comfortable, soft, engaging. You know, like you wanted to snuggle up with a warm sweater. So I'm just going to quickly do a tight line on the lash line, not in the eye, on both eyes. And since that hot fudge is really a brown, I'm putting black, you can kind of tell where the eyeliner is. I'm not doing a big wing this time. I could. I love my wing, but I'm trying to change it up. Oh, yeah, and I did pre-draw in my eyebrows, in case you were wondering. I usually like to do that as part of my base face. That way, if I'm ever walking around with very little makeup on, at least my eyebrows look normal. So here's the fun part. This is the metallic limited edition silver. We have copper, but I'm just going to try this. I may like it. I may not like it. Yeah, it's going to be tricky to do it in the mirror and not make a mess. I may have to clean that up, but just trying to go for a little thinner, kind of overlapping with the black liner. It may or may not work. I was just trying to brighten up the eye area in such a way that it didn't look like I was just putting like white eyeliner on. I'm kind of mimicking, you know, how the white around your eye makes you open up your eye a bit. This is why we don't normally put liner all the way around, because it closes off your eye and makes it look smaller, which is not what I was going for. Lash primer, nice little clear coat. My ever so beloved La Finorama Lash Love Mascara. It is also good because if you accidentally got that metallic liner on your lashes, this will cover it up. Not that you're supposed to be getting it on your lashes, but I'm a little clumsy and sometimes that happens. Besides, I don't want to do things exactly the way the person who made that little collage, you know, Pinterest picture. I mean, I don't know what blush they would recommend. It might depend on your skin tone. I don't know what lip color they'd recommend. Again, it's a personal preference. So the fact that I'm kind of doing my own thing, I think that's the way it's supposed to be. You add your own personal flair to whatever look you're doing, and that's how you determine the final look. I always feel like I get more mascara on one side than the other. You ever had that problem? Feel free to comment below. I will be reading the comments later. So, as I said before, I'm a big fan of this liquid lip. Give myself a spritz. Finishing spray. Let that kind of drift down. And this is the berry. We also have cinnamon. This lovely doe foot applicator. While I know it comes with lip oil, I like the matte look. I really do. It takes a moment to dry, but when it does, you can definitely see that it's a matte lip color and not this like super shine that you're used to seeing me with. So I'm going to lose the mirror and I'm going to take away the image so you can see me. There. And I'm going to tone this down a little. Now you can see the look a little better, huh? That's what I thought. So I'll be sure to post this little collage with a picture of the finished look. And I will copy this to the business page and put the video up in my color makeover look lists in case you missed it. This will stay here on the VIP group as well so that you can check it out. If you want to watch the replay later and comment, please feel free to do so. I will come back in a little while with some of my favorite holiday gifts at various price points. And then let's see what else is on my to-do list. I was going to talk a little bit about, okay, I posted the wish list. Nobody sent me their wish list yet. And I was going to mention Mary Kay business in case you're just looking for a way to make cash for your holiday gifts. But primarily, the next thing I will focus on is the thing everyone's been waiting for, which, of course, is the holiday gifting. I will do my best to keep it short and sweet and entertaining, and I will talk to you later. Bye.